So the next operations in a linked list is deletion. So we will create a function to delete a certain node or delete a node at a certain position. Okay? So let's name it as void del underscore pos. It's like inserting at a certain position po siya. So same variable use. So we need a position or a variable pos. The previous one we need a counter which is initialized to 0 because we need to count the number of elements if we are to delete in a certain position. So before deleting an element or a node, I should say a node in a linked list, we need to test if the linked list is empty. Testing the linked list is if empty is easy. So we just need to test if start is equal to null, then automatic the linked list is empty. So we output cout linked list or list is empty, hindi empty. And so list is empty. Next, what should we do? So in an insertion, we need to input the value we need to insert. In a deletion, we just need to input the position of the node we want to delete. So cout enter position to delete. That's it. Enter position to delete. So that is cin. We have a variable which is pos. And again, we need a temporary variable to store the head of our linked list for operations later on. So struct node, then we have say s kasi yan yung nakasanayan natin kanina. And then ano pa ba kailangan natin? We need a temporary variable. Okay, so we just need to declare a temporary variable. So struct a node, let's say for example, that is okay, temp equals null. Okay, so that's the variable we will use. Ano pa ang gagamitin natin? Wala naman na siguro. Still, okay, so let's just focus on this one. We will declare another one later on if we need another variable. So s equals start. So we'll use s for the operations of linked list. So if we are to delete the first position, deleting the first position in a node is easy because we just need to adjust the head. Let's say for example, the head is the start. Am I correct? So the head is the start. So you just need to adjust start into start of next. So ang gagawin mo lang, simple. So if the start position is equal to 1, then you just need to adjust the head. So start would now be equal to start of next. If that is position 1. What if? Okay, so else. What if it's not position 1? Ano pong gagawin natin? So before we go deeper, we just need to check the number of elements in a node, or we need to check how many nodes do we have. So we already tried this one a while ago. That is while s it's not equal to null, then we just need to adjust our s. So s would be equal to s of next. And then we need to increment our counter. So counter plus plus. That's it. We already know the number of our elements. The next, so if it's not position 1, then position 1 up to the last element. So if, otherwise it's not position 1. So if, uh, think medyo magulo yung gagawin natin. Check muna natin. Okay, we'll remove this one. I will remove this one and put it in here para hindi po siya magulo. So else, if pos is greater than 1 and at the same time pos must be less than or equal to our counter. Okay, so this is what we will do. It's just like inserting in a certain position. Okay, so this is it. What should we do? So the code a while ago, that is to let s equals start, because we will use s instead of start, then we need to iterate until the certain position. So for int of I is equal to 1, then I must be less than position, then I plus plus. Okay. Good. Nakakapagod. So I is equal to 1, I in a position. So did we declare a temporary variable? Okay, so we declared temporary variable. So temp would be equal to start. Temp would be equal to start. Okay. So let's start with the head. Temp would be equal to the start, and s would be equal to s of next. So ibig sabihin, we just iterate unto the position. So the value of temp later on is in that position. Ito po yun later on. So what should we do? Temp of next. Temp of next. Yung susunod kay temp. So temp of next would be equal to uh, kasi at a certain position lang tayo. Temp of next, ito yun. So yung susunod sa kanya, okay. So explain ko lang ito ha. Temp is equal to start. Okay? Then S is equal to S of next. Nakuha? So, if iteration 1, this will happen. Then, it will have an iteration. So, magbabago po ito. Take note ha. Magbabago po ito. Dapat nagbabago din ito. It should not be start. This should be S. Para pag nagbago po ito, magbabago din po yung value ng temp natin. Now, if narating nyo na yung position, yung S of next natin would be value of S. So, yun po yung magiging, yung temp po natin is S. Let's say for example lang po ito ha. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So, position 3 po ang pinili natin. Pos 3. Okay. Explain ko lang ha. So, if that is pos 3, okay, the value of temp would be 2. Okay? And the value of S would be 3. Nakuha po. The value of temp would be 2 and the value of S would be 3. Anong i-delete natin? Position 3. Ito po yun. Nakuha. Nakuha po. Nakuha po. So, si temp, ang magiging value niya, 2. Ito po yun. Kasi ito ang gusto nating i-delete eh. 3. Imagine if we are to delete 3. So, if we are to delete 3, value ni temp, 2. So, andito siya. Ang value ni S, 3. So, ibig sabihin, lalaktawan lang natin si S. Ang gagawin nating temp of next, instead na S. Take note ah. So, ang value ni S, 3. So, ang value ni S of next is 4. So, ang gagawin natin, tatanggalin lang natin ito. So, ang gagawin natin, si temp of next, instead na S, ang gagawin natin, S of next. So, i-equate lang natin siya sa S of next. O, naiintindihan nyo yun. Ganun po kung bakit nagkaroon tayo ng ganito. Gawa. Else, if it's not in that position, parang yung ginawa lang natin kanina. So, if it's not in that position, then, sabihin lang natin, position out of range. So, C out, position not in range. Okay. So, that's it. Position not in range. And we need to notify the user. So C out, that would be element deleted, element or node deleted, okay. So that's it. Lagyan natin ng backslash n para mas maayos. Then that's it. Okay. So that is delete. Let's try. Hindi pa pala natin nilalagay sa kwan. So we should include this one in. It's a little bit mabagal. Antayin lang natin. Hindi pa pala natin na-include sa choices. Ito. So we need to include that one in our operations. And at the same time, we need to declare that one at the top of our code. So in the choices, so declare that one in our code. So void insert, insert, this should be del pos. Okay, so we also have to include cout, it would be number 4, delete node at a position, backslash n. Okay, so n, and it should be 5. Okay, and then we just need to add it. So Ctrl C, Ctrl V, it would be 5. So delete at the position ito. So this should be delete at a position. So it should be del of pos, del underscore pos. Ayan po siya. So let's try. So, mag-insert muna tayo para may ma-delete tayo. So, insert at the beginning. So, 1, 2, 3 na lang. So, 1, insert at the end, 2, insert at the end, 3, then display, 4. So, we have 1, 2, 3, then null. So, delete node at a position. Let's say 4. So, oh, bakit ayaw niya? Tingnan nga po natin. Bakit po? Ay, baliktad. Kaya pala siya nag-display lang. This would be 4 and this would be 5. So, ang display natin, baliktad tuloy. Ayan. Napagbaliktad lang. So, insert muna tayo. 1. Element to be inserted. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. Then, 5. So, 1, 2, 3. Then, delete node at a position, let's say 4. So, enter position to delete. What position? So, 2. The output should be 1, 3. Then, null. Then, we need to display, which is 5. Then 1, 3, and null. So, delete node at a position. Let's try position 1. So, 1. The output should be 3, then null. So, output natin. Okay. So, it's working. The next operation that we should use is reverse. I just declare reverse in here. So, void. So, reverse. Reverse function. So, we need to reverse the linked list. So we need to include in our choices. It should not be display anymore. It should be reverse. And then we need to add another one. So cout should be number 6. Should be display. And that's it. So need to copy this one. It should be 5. And this should be 6. So this should be reverse. Okay, so 5, 6, then reverse. Okay, so we will create the function reverse. So void reverse. Reversing a linked list is let's say it's a little bit tricky because you need to cut the connection of the head to the next element. Then after that one, the last element should be the head, and then we need to backtrack the element. In doing that, we need at least 3 pointer. Okay? We need at least 3 pointer. Okay, so let's create that. Declare 3 pointer. So, struct node, sabihin natin pt1. We also have pt2, then pt3. So we will use this pointer to backtrack or to reverse our linked list. Okay, first things first, we need to check if the linked list is empty. So if start is equal to null, then automatic the linked list is empty. So we need to output. So cout list is empty. Empty. Okay. Okay, what should we do? Uh, Start of next. Okay, another one. There is another possibility. We cannot reverse a linked list with only one element. So we do nothing if it's only one element. So we need to check if start of next is null, is equal to null, meaning we only have one element because start of next is null. So we do nothing, we just need to return, or we do nothing, we will do nothing because if we start of next is null, then we only have one element. You cannot reverse a single element. Okay, this is the tricky part. Pointer 1, okay, will store start temporarily. Okay? Pointer 2 will store uh, the next element of pointer 1. Okay? We need to store the latest part una, or the first node, the first different node. So it should be pointer 1 of next. Next, pointer 3, pointer 3 is equal to pointer 2 of next. Okay. So these are the first three elements. It's what it is already stored. So after storing those, right? After storing those, we need to cut, okay? We need already to cut the connection of our head to the other element. So that would be pointer of 1 of next. So would be equal to null. Kasi ikakat na po natin siya. Okay? Cut na po natin siya. Nakuha po. Then pointer 2 of next. Pointer 2 of next would be equal to pointer, pag nakat na natin, pointer 2 of next. Okay, tama, pointer 1. Tama ba, pointer 1? Pointer 2 of next. Babalik siya doon. It should be pointer of, pointer 1. Parang pinabalik lang natin. Okay, ito ulitin ko lang. Pointer 1 will become the head. Okay? Take note. The next element of head will be saved to pointer 2. Okay? The next element of the head will be saved to pointer 3. And now, pointer 3 will be isolated. We need to cut the connection of the head to other element. Okay? So after that one, take note pointer 2 of next. This will be the fourth element. pointer 2 of next would be equal to the first element. So we are assuming that pointer 2 of next is the last element. Now, to make it an iterated one, para makuha na talaga natin yung last element natin, we need to create a loop. That is, while, take note, pointer 3, while pointer 3 is not equal to null, because that is the last pointer that we will use. While pointer 3 is not equal to null, then we need to iterate the different elements. So, ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina. Pointer 1 will be equal to pointer 2. Mag-a-adjust lang po tayo. Then, pointer 2 would be equal to pointer 3. Then, pointer 3 would be equal to pointer 3 of next. Okay? Then, pointer 2, tama ba? Pointer 2 of next. Pointer 2 of next would be equal to pointer 1. Okay, paano na naman nagkaganito ito? So, si pointer 1 pupunta kay pointer 2. Okay? Si pointer 2 pupunta kay pointer 3. Or, ang magiging value ni pointer 2 is si pointer 3. Magiging value ni pointer 3 is yung susunod sa kanya. Okay? Then, yung susunod kay pointer 2, okay? Yung pointer 2 of next. This is a separate value anyway. Pointer 2 of next would be equal to pointer 1. Parang papabalikin lang natin. Okay? Parang kumbaga pinabalik lang natin, ni-reverse lang natin, pinagpalit lang natin. This is just swapping. So after swapping, it will repeat this process, swapping. It will repeat this process until pointer 3 is equal to null. So pag naabot niya naman na po yung last element niya yan, so magnanala siya, so gagawin niya po ito. So pag natapos na po yan, so start, which is the head, is mapupunta na dun sa last element, first element natin, which is pointer 2. And that's it. Let's try. So we need to input element first. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4. And then we need to display, that is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to reverse that one, that is 5. Bakit delete at the position yan? Wait lang Napagbaliktad po ata. It should be reverse. Hindi lang po na-edit. Pero nag-reverse po siya. Tignan natin. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, and 6 display. So displaying elements, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, then the last one is